I don't know. Election.
Election,
I think I got it, but
no problem.
sometimes my.
That makes up for the sugar.
We'll get one, I don't drink it. and take it. It's not coming handy one day.
Okay.
It was the day.
Excellent. So at this point, I'd like to call to order the St. Mary's Business Improvement Area Board meeting on Monday, November 10th at 6:03 PM. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest? This time, item 3 would be the amendments and approval of the agenda. It's the recommendation that the November 10th, 2025 St. Mary's Business Improvement Area Board meeting agenda be approved as presented. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Lisa, and a seconder. Thank you, Jan. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Next would be the acceptance of the minutes. It's the recommendation that the October 6th, 2025 St. Mary's Business Improvement Area Board meeting minutes be approved by the board and signed by the chair and secretary. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Jan, and a seconder. Thank you, Dan. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Item 5 would be the treasurer's report.
Okay, well, first one that I did. The three page, actually, the day by need a copy, yeah, okay. So to me, this one makes sense to me, so, your first bold line is what's already spent, and that's where the budget is at this point. And then anything underneath that is what's promised, and then that would be the expected budget balance, after the things. The only one that's different is the sponsorship doesn't have any outstanding, everything else I think did. I did the reserve a little bit
Actually,
differently.
there is something still outstanding. The Merchants Open House Center sponsorship, right?
The Merchants Open House is under, what was it?
It's
Yes,
part of Christmas.
yes, it's part of Christmas.
Yeah, so I think the only thing outstanding is the carriage ride. We're gonna pay
So it
Dwight.
should be under sponsorship and not beautification. So I think that Dan had it under beautification. Right?
But, no, Christmas is under sponsorship.
Correct, okay.
Like it had been there, so I haven't changed anything. I think in the new year when we start again, I think I wanna change some of the stuff, but. Okay, so what's going in?
Dwight for the carriage ride at about 1,500. And there's still 2 outstanding in beautification. And one in March.
That's not listed here, or
That's right.
what's outstanding?
For beautification, we've got the holiday pots at 39,32.40. The 3 new banners we got for 1,015,
Oh, slow down, holiday pots,
39,32.40.
okay.
3 banners at 1,015.
I think the banners I had, didn't
Yeah,
No.
they've been paid, but they're not on the,
they're in the Christmas, aren't they?
no, they're part of beautification.
Okay,
That might have been my fault, Dan, sorry about that.
I think I actually, I think I have it marked in beautification a little bit, okay. Yeah, that's the butter, no, that's the 3 banners, Grinch banners, right? Yeah,
Right.
I have those in. Make sure I can maybe,
And there's this one small one in marketing,
okay,
an independent ad for Merchants Open House over 2 weeks at 313.01.
that's for Merchant Open House.
So it could be under sponsorships, just because our marketing's running well. Yeah, so put the 31301 under
Yeah,
sponsorship, just to keep,
In the Christmas, yeah,
because the
Okay.
save the date cards went in, so why wouldn't the
great.
ad go in?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the reserve now stands at 37,14. And then we've received 36,627. We're still expecting a little bit more. Actually, under the marketing we still need to do the CRA for Sarah. And I don't know how to do that, so I don't know, if you need some help with that.
Yeah, we'll
And
connect.
and also the payroll, Sarah, we haven't received. But.
We did today,
but you
this
did
morning.
today,
Yeah,
So I'll need help getting that figured out if you don't.
not a
mind.
problem.
That's the end of my report. Unless you have questions.
Nope, that's great. Love the new format, Dan. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Andy.
one page is really clear. I like seeing it all
Yeah,
on one page. It's great, Dan. Thank you.
All right, so at this point, it would be the recommendation that the treasurer's report be received as presented. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Lisa. Can I have a seconder? Thank you, Jan. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Hey, it's time for the council report.
Okay, so I did condense everything that I had in the report in the summary section of this report. If you read all 3 letters, gold star for you. I'm so sorry. But nonetheless, here's what I'll tell you. Ontario is transitioning the Blue Box system to a producer-run model. Producer-responsible organizations are no longer servicing ineligible ICNI properties within municipalities. So here's your impact. Essentially, there's going to be some new red bin lids to mark off these ICNI pickups. The BRA is going to cover costs for 2026, but going forward, the municipality will have to review how they will be recovering those costs. So in some other cases, as your question last time, Dan, as to what would normally happen in this situation, that is reviewed in, I believe, the Ministry of Environment's letter. In essence, it's either to pass it on directly to well, what would be you guys, you'd have to find your own collection system, or then the municipality would have to organize it for you, and those costs are again passed on regardless. So we'll be reviewing mid to late 2026, this whole process, and I will update you again when that time comes. That is all I have for my section of the report. Kelly, was there anything you wanted to add for your half?
No, I just included some of our social media stats in there, so I think it's pretty self-explanatory, so I don't think there's anything I need to add.
Good. Any questions on that? Yeah, it's all pretty well in there for the information we have right now. So,
Yeah, so it's just like holding pattern. They're gonna pay for in 26, and we're still not gonna really know until later 26 what the charge is gonna kind of be.
Yep.
And what it like, because there's certain properties, like the Opera House, like it's residential, but there's also commercial units, but we all share the same stuff. So how are they gonna decide what's what when it's
Yes.
all mixed use right now?
yes, it's not like the province to make short-sighted decisions.
Oh,
Yeah, that concludes my report in its entirety.
At this point, it would be the recommendation that the council monthly report be received. Presented, may I have a mover? Thank you, Dan. I'm a seconder. Thank you, Lisa. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Other business, 7.1, the downtown beautification plan.
All right, so that's us. There's a lot here, it's a bit long, so hopefully you've all had a chance to read through. So I'm gonna just kind of kick us off here. Basically, what you have in front of you is, we've created Public Works, myself, and 2 members of the beautification working group have been engaged in some of these conversations, but town staff have created a multi-year plan to improve streetscape and beautification elements downtown. The plan has been presented to council as part of our 2026 capital budget, with the addition of the beautification changes that we've made for 2026, such as the self-watering pots, moving new banners, etc. The plan is based on recommendations which have been suggested out of the downtown beautification plan, which we embarked on with GSP Consulting, which is also included in this package. That was developed and reviewed with members of the beautification working group, as I said, 2 members. And this plan, I will note, the GSP plan does include a lot for public art. We haven't included that as part of our budgets. I think that's kind of something that as we move along and see interest in those are kind of fluid, as money comes available, et cetera, and opportunities. So this plan does not include that, or this budget, the plan includes public art, but the budget, components don't. We've developed kind of a multi-year strategy of things we need to, embark on and keep on our radar based on the plan, which is things like new garbage receptacles, replacement of benches or addition of benches, different types of seating, bike racks, etc. So it does include, and as well, the plan includes increases of beautification pots and plants as the years go on. So I think the ultimate plan included 52 flower pots. We've started with 36. So it includes those, which also includes showcasing that for the assistance of budgeting, that we would be increasing kind of what that cost level is every year as we embark on purchasing these things. So I'm going to turn it over to Jed to give a little bit more, but that's kind of the background of what the plan includes.
Sure, take a shot. So a little bit what Kelly said. So basically, we went through, harvested everything, all the ideas, hopes, dreams, right? Sprinkled fences, and then we scrubbed it for viability. And then also we had a lens for sustainability, right? So the self-watering, that sort of thing, right? We have done, I did include a bit of a history going back 10 years, just kind of where we've been at. The councils throughout the day, the different council terms have definitely been supportive of the downtown, in my opinion. We've been trying to some of the stuff is hard infrastructure, but we've also tried to support the downtown beautification, make sure things like service levels are maintained, so snow removal, garbages, that sort of thing, right? We definitely want to have a downtown that's, you know, attractive and walkable. We do have a few things that are outside of the plan, but they're in the capital for public works. So number one is the Eric Taylor Trail. We're going to create a better parking lot there, pave that, put some lighting in there.
Where is that, Jed?
That's the old Swan Pen. Do you know where that is? So it's on.
On Station?
Yeah, so
Okay.
one of the complaints that we have heard is no one, so we've said, okay, that like, I know it's not the most ideal, but it is within a few hundred meters of the downtown. So when you get those peak things at Christmas and things like that, one of the complaints we did here is it's not lit. And the parking lot, we need to pave it so we can improve the winter maintenance, right? So when we pave it, we can get that winter maintenance level up. Get the street lighting in there, or get some lighting in there so people feel like it's safe, right? So it's not, you know, not really directly, but you know, we are trying to kind of do what we can where we can. So it is a project that was approved 26. So council adopted that, no issue. We're going to re-epoxy the streetlight posts. So that was something that was done in 2018, somewhere in there. So we're going to re-epoxy that. That is a little self-serving public works. It just kind of encapsulates the post and tries to lock out the salt fermentation, but it does look pretty nice when they're done. So it is kind of a double in there. And then moving through 26, 2030, we have to replace the street lights. The current lights are high pressure sodium. So high pressure, the federal government has banned the import of high pressure sodium replacement parts. So we have to look at replacing about 350 streetlight fixtures throughout town. We will be cognizant or aware of like the ambiance and the color temperature and that sort of thing. So we'll probably be seeking some input. We are going to go area by area, and we're trying to get a couple different vendors, but we want to make definitely the downtown is going to have the same homogeneous look. So, you know, there's a pretty significant cost to that. So that, you know, the municipality is facing costs just on the hard services side. We did include a 10-year plan. So going back, and that's on page 37 agenda. Once again, this is a guidance document. We went through, harvested everything that we thought that, you know, hopes and dreams. The idea would be that this is under consideration year over year. So we would just refer to the plan. We're also not objected to or opposed to adding to the plan or taking away or moving things ahead. It's just a guidance document so that we're all facing the same direction here. You know, we'd like to revisit every year. Obviously, as we move through the capital purchases, there would be requests through council and through the BIA, you know, is everybody in agreement? Let's do it. If one side wants to move something ahead, obviously, you know, get your wallet out here, get on, and then, you know, present the money, we can move ahead. So this is here. We have tried to focus on sustainability. right now for 26, I have included the wages, so we did internalize the watering last year. I did include a full wage load for that, but I'm hoping that the self-watering pots, we're able to reduce that, and then we'll be able to expand the beautification. So how do we get to 53, but, you know, having the labor resources 36, so, we've been discussions with Cloms for supply of the annuals. Council has received this. I haven't heard any objections of it yet. Am I missing anything here, Kelly?
No, I don't think so. Like, I think the important thing to note is it's sort of just an inventory of the things we need to think about and add to the downtown based on some of the recommendations. And plan for things like replacement of banners every 2 years, those kinds of things. So it's gonna help with budgeting, but also from the BIA's perspective, some budgeting. I know your strat plan was very focused on beautification, et cetera. So I know it's a pillar for you guys to think to work towards. So we thought this would be helpful to ensure that everybody knows what we're kind of looking at over the next couple of years.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
So I looked at the bottom line there of that,
Yeah.
of
You got it. The numbers are right.
Yeah,
No, I don't think, no. Sorry, I didn't mean to, I wasn't actually looking for errors, but I will next time.
We have to fix that.
No, what I'm looking at here is, I just want some clarification. It says the BIA reserve projected confirmed 15,000 to contribute to self-watering planters, which we agreed to in the last minutes.
Yeah.
But then I still see that there's an existing annual BIA beautification contribution to projected increases. So it was my understanding that by donating the $15,000, we were offsetting that annual contribution.
That wasn't, I don't think, the discussion.
We
It's
always do
extra.
4,500, that's
Yeah.
for flowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a small portion of
Okay.
what the flowers are,
Right.
and the pots were separate
Yes.
entirely, to my understanding.
That was mine too.
yeah,
Okay, so the $5,000 is what we were.
and that's realistically probably about 50% cost share with the municipality.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking so that $5,000 was for the watering that we were paying for.
No, the
No, for
flowers.
the flowers,
See, the flowers downtown cost 50 grand a year.
yeah,
We contribute 5 grand to it.
yeah.
That's it.
So so Lisa's right. Mark that up.
Cool.
So in 2024, yeah, watering costs are approaching, now that's with the town annual beds, so it's hard to parcel out, but I think the downtown watering is about $20,000.
So I apologize for coming because I just don't understand. So we just wrote a check for $5,000, which is for the flowers or the water?
Combined, for
Okay,
everything.
okay, so
For 2025.
for 2025, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the same check that we're gonna be writing regardless.
Every year.
So what cost savings occurred when we contributed the $15,000? Just the partnership? Okay,
To try and make it more sustainable, because the price is gonna keep going up year over year over year over year for watering. So,
100%.
and
Okay,
this
so
way,
this
if we
is
can
just-
get more pots around, we can, with everything else going up and our taxes going up for every bloody reason, if we can try and save some money somewhere that nobody starts looking at what we get downtown to make it look prettier and start cutting costs there. And if we're trying to find ways to cut back and be more responsible with the tax dollars, I think we get to keep more of what
Yeah.
makes us.
And I'm not disagreeing with that, and I'm not
I
disagreeing
don't think you are, but yeah.
the purchase, but what I'm questioning is that like the contribution was like 3 years to try and save us money. So then we were expected, that would mean we were anticipating an increase of how many thousands of dollars each. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's gonna keep going up, I
So-
totally get that. but-
So as of like 25, if you guys were so just put it around numbers, if you're gonna pay half the cost,
Mhm.
you'd have to put a 2 in front of that check. Like 25000.
And that's for the flowers.
Yeah.
right?
25,000
Yeah,
for the planters.
yeah,
No, just to do the flowers.
so yeah,
Plus watering.
Yeah,
well, no,
Okay.
so
that's just the flowers.
so the flowers are about round numbers, about $10,000 a year,
For the planters,
just for.
not the hanging baskets.
Just,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
the baskets, so, and that's where it gets a little convoluted, so. The hanging baskets,
And that's what I'm trying to eliminate,
Yeah,
the convolutedness, like it just, yeah.
so right now. Trying to choose my words here. it's hard because we've been changing things to, so let's go 24. I think the hanging baskets total of the watering was about, I think the baskets themselves were like 13, the watering was another 10 or something like that. Just the baskets alone costing 24,000 or something like that. And then I think the whole program was, you know, approaching $50,000-$60,000 for beautification. And that was presented to council. And then we made the decision to, last year, we had a decision to reduce our annuals and convert a lot of our beds to perennials. And then that's also the time that you guys said, well, let's try banners and not do the hanging baskets,
Right.
which actually, so it's lightening the load for on the
Okay.
municipal side, which is probably why, you know, you've got a plan here that you're asking for so much money from the tax base too, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I just was trying to I thought, I didn't see
Yeah.
see that in future we're projecting that there's gonna be more. But I just don't see that in the immediate savings in the plan, that's all, just wanted.
Yeah, so next year, just round numbers, like I'm anticipating to greenhouse start, and I guess I'm reading into the next report, but to the greenhouse start. The planters, the transportation, I'm expecting, you know, somewhere around the $10,000 mark just for the annual program, and then the watering is another thing that's covered through tax base, that's on top of that.
So our annual program, like when we do the planters, like for Thanksgiving. Or like when we have in the past, they were $10,000.
No. The stuff we do for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, that's just in the two locations. That's just in front of Buckaroo and just in front of the selfie station.
They
That's
were all
completely-
downtown 2 years ago.
We don't do that this year.
But what was the cost on that?
It's $5,000.
That's why I don't understand the ten, so you see my.
But we don't have to water them, and it was evergreens more than anything. It wasn't fresh planted flowers.
Oh, 100%.
And we only did 12 pots versus 30.
Oh, okay, then that's it,
Yep,
there you go,
no.
perfect. Done, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
Yeah,
argue, I'm just
yeah.
trying to understand the numbers,
Yeah.
it just.
Yeah, and I can, we're starting to sort of detail, so I could bring back more of an operational projection, what we're looking at. So yeah, we're looking at 36 self-watering urns, greenhouse started, I guess we're leading the next report. And then we've also got the self-watering tree planters that we're demoing. That was something actually included the plan, so that would have been something that's been consistent for the last 10 years, like what about trees. Same areas, we're always limited to 66 feet, the road allowance, and I'm always the Grinch when it comes to that stuff, but we did find some solutions. Like Montreal's got some stuff and they've got planted trees, and they're reaching 20 feet and they're providing shade and that sort of thing. And then we can move that stuff out. There will be some storage implications for the town on how to make the trees survive in a pot for the winter. But yes, the idea is we're going to try this 3 to 4 of those trees, and then we'll see how that goes. And then maybe part of the 53 rollout in the GSP plan, some of those are tree locations. So.
And we're also adding to the 36, those 2 cluster locations, so by cluster, it's gonna be 3 pots together, so there are 2 of a smaller pot and 2 of a larger pot with the medium pot.
Yeah.
On either end of the street, so there's 2 of those as well, which are also going to receive flowers, and we picked the flowers, which I'm sure Lisa will speak a little bit about. But,
Yeah.
and I think the greenhouse option is something that the BIA has asked about for years, so I think this is gonna be really good.
So speaking with the vendor, they seem to think that we'll have like what you see kind of end of July, but we would have that May 24. Right? So we would have that establishment, we'd have the spilling over.
And they're looking at being more a comprehensive color palette. Like previously, there's a yellow thing, a purple thing, a red thing, and one trailing vine, not balanced, and they don't go together. And this is completely separate. The red thing's different looking than the yellow thing, and the yellow thing's different than the purple thing. And Klomps, when we were in here, trying to pull something together, and the palms, it won't burn off in the first 2 weeks. A different kind of canna that you mentioned, that's what they mentioned. And like pinks, purples, red, something that looks like there's a plan to it and not just stuff shoved into a pot.
Yeah.
And sparse. So if we're gonna have fewer of the flowers, we want them to look better, faster, bigger, fuller, and prettier than what we've had previous.
That's great.
If we have to do with less, it should look better than worse.
I have a question about the trees. If they're 20 foot.
Well, they won't be right, sorry, they won't be right away, but there are some. Like in Montreal, you go there, there's some that are in
Yeah.
phosphorus 20 feet.
So what kind of equipment do you have to pick them up and take them out? Like if they're 20 foot high.
Public Works.
That sounds like a Jed Kelly problem.
Yeah.
Not a.
Yeah.
No, so Dan, so they have forks, they have fork mounts on the bottom, so
Yeah.
it's coming with a payload or really.
Oh, okay.
And we'll pull them out, put them on the big trailer and we'll bring them back here. That's not a problem.
I'm just thinking of damage and the weight and, you know,
Yeah, no,
the height and whatever.
They're meant to be moved and
Okay.
they actually have, like, they're meant to be moved. They're meant to stay outside, like we can winter them outside. You're meant to be able to load them up and move them out of the way. And I think that's the idea, right? Is, you know, you have places like us that are limited with snow removal, right? So, and then part of the issue, part of the thing I like about them is when we had trees, like everything you need for a road is counterproductive for what you need for a tree, right? So you put a tree, like the road is gravel, it's drainage, you know, has a base, it's trying to support function, there's utility cuts, there's all this stuff. We hit it with VIC materials, so salt. So to try and find a tree that can sustain that environment and still look good, it's usually not a great idea. The idea is we're gonna pull them out, they're gonna be safe and protected, not gonna be exposed to that stuff. You know, if we have a utility cut, like, you know, we lost trees on water main, water service repairs or that sort of stuff. If we have a utility cut, you know, the tree can be moved out of the way. The other thing is we can look at is we can also use trees as a massing barrier for our patios. Or if we wanted like bistro tables or something like that, you can use it as a massing barrier. There's a pretty significant amount of weight there. So that's something else to think about. There are some areas where the boulevard is wider where we thought, you know, well, you maybe might be able to put some seating in there or something like that. But we definitely want some sort of massing barrier. So, yeah.
Thank you.
It's great.
And God knows, the hotter it gets, like having some form of shade downtown, like it's a desert down there.
Oh, yeah.
On one half. of the
On one-
street.
Yeah.
On the half of the street you're not standing on.
So it'll be interesting, like, I don't know what it'll look like the first year, but then, you know, we're gonna try and year over year, they should get bigger, so.
Thank you.
I will also just add that I've received a lot of positive comments from residents on this already since the council report. I had actually, a woman pulled me aside downtown today to say, she was very excited to hear about the greenhouse flowers, and that was something that her and her friends have been talking about a long time. So I think there's some
Amazing.
very positive changes here.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, it would be the recommendation that COR 51-2025 business beautification report be received. And I have a mover. Thank you, Jan, and a seconder. Thank you, Lisa. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Item 2 is very similar to item 1 with the town and beautification working group liaison update.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
What I said before.
Yeah, I think that you touched on it it was a
Yeah.
good meeting and you talked with the flowers and.
I can't think of anything to add to that.
So we're looking to finalize our order this week, Lisa, so, we will send the PSA agreement over.
Yeah.
For you just so you can sign off on it.
Are they picking flowers and saying what they are and the color palette and all that in that?
Well, the color palette, I thought you gave them a color palette or, like, she had notes on it.
Based on the meeting that we
Yeah.
discussed, no yellow. That
Well,
was in
she
the
kept
thing.
going back to it
Don't
though.
worry.
Here's a yellow daisy.
Yeah.
That's still yellow.
Yeah.
So flashcard.
Yeah, no, I know she did, but she also was very keen to hear the point about them needing to be cohesive. And I think we can probably trust that that's gonna happen, so.
Just if she lists what they are, if somebody asks us, we can say, well, we're getting a mix of this, this and this. Like people that know plant names, I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, we we will get some more details and color.
If it's possible.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Or the type of
And we'll
plant.
just circulate that. We do need to make the order this week because they bring in the cuttings and then they greenhouse that. I'm not a plant person, but
I don't think I would ever say, not that, but if we had some information of the types of flowers that I can say later on to people, we're getting this next year,
Yeah.
bigger than before, and then I'm sure we'll agree with whatever they have to recommend because they're the people that know these things,
yeah.
but just the types of, so we
We
have
might be able to
information.
get like a general
Yeah.
Because I think part of it is what's actually available at the, there's like another level, another supplier, so I think there's cuttings they bring in bulk, so, and then they do all the germination at their, yeah.
Okay.
Plant stuff.
Yeah.
Do we need to just go over what's next for the self-watering plants, like, or pots, sorry, not plants, like, we'll have to take that quote and. go through
Yes,
it all.
so budget should be approved December 16th, I think, the mayor's budget right now, so that should be approved the 16th, provided. And then after that, we would just bring a report to council and solidify the order. Obviously, for aesthetics, we do have quotations, and we can do the 36 for the money the BI is offering. We would just want to get the tree planters ordered up the same, so we'll just go to council and just get a final blessing to do that order. And then we probably we need to place that order starting January, so probably the first or second meeting in council. And then we try and get receipt, we'll have receipt of the urns, I would imagine February, March, and then we gotta they need to be over at the greenhouse, April 1st. No joke.
Great.
And the color that was selected that day was called Millstone, which is kind of like a deep gray.
Just the names.
Yeah.
The
So
pitch.
that's what the group decided on, just.
No, stop, good to know.
Okay,
No,
So yeah, we will get that, we gotta get that finalized this week, so we will circulate that, that's good.
So at this point, it would be the recommendation that the October 21st, 2025 Town and Beautification Working Group Liaison meeting minutes be received. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Jan, and a seconder. Thank you, Jan. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Marketing and communication update.
Well, the most exciting thing I think that we've incorporated into our marketing plan for this month has been the addition of Facebook ads, and they've been doing really well. This little update was, what I had posted here was just after a few days, but right now, it's been about $3 per 1,000 people reached. We've only spent $217 so far. So there's been, it's over 71,000 reaches, almost 140,000 views. And I did the ads in a proper ad format rather than boosting posts, which is a mistake a lot of people make when they're paying for meta ads. Rather than creating something that's really strategic and really specific to something that they need, they often just add a couple dollars to a post, which works sometimes if a post is doing really well. So these are the ones that have been circulating, but I'm about to switch them all out tomorrow, just to kind of switch it up. It's always interesting to see what is doing well and what is doing less well. So I'm kind of basing it on that. And then the plan for the November plan for social media specifically, I've added already to that enormously, even just like the posts that I've created around Remembrance Day, thanks to all the beautiful crocheted poppies in town. I'm just kind of highlighting, there's a lot to highlight at this time of year. It's very easy. It's almost like I don't have enough time or space to do all the focus that but I'm looking forward to the Merchants Open House, which is very soon. So that is what you'll see mostly. I did send out a November e-blast, and if I just would like feedback from you guys if there's something else that you think I need to communicate to everyone before the Merchants Open House. I feel like, I've got most of that information out there, but let me know, because I'm certainly happy to send another email out. I'm also looking forward to seeing how those Thursday evening shopping nights go that Jen organized. I'm excited about that. So I intend to come over on the first Thursday to see if I can capture some of the action. It might take a couple of weeks to kind of catch on, but I plan to really start pushing that, especially closer to the Merchants Open House, because right now that's sort of the focus of all the marketing. I was gonna talk about the postcard, but I noticed it on the agenda.
Go ahead. They want it pegged as I am, but you go ahead if you want. I had Kelly, she was gonna pop something up on the screen just to show everyone.
Okay,
what
and
the
it's in
postcard looked
here.
like. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know you were putting it in there because
Oh.
I thought I was talking about it, so.
I know,
Go ahead and talk about it.
yeah, well, I don't have anything to say. This was the mock-up. All I did was the mock-up, and Alex kind of had a quick view of it before I included it. It was mainly the front that I wanted them to see, what you guys had Calder design. But the back is essentially the thing that would continually keep rotating. It doesn't necessarily, this isn't a final design. This is just kind of a concept of what sort of thing we would want to promote. I was sort of envisioning it as being a seasonal thing. You know, like January to late spring and then through the summer and early fall and then, or maybe we just do 2 a year. Because in the summer, there's less well, I guess there's the Heritage Open House, so never mind. So sort of envision 3 a year.
Idea was to sort of maybe do it kind of seasonally,
Yeah,
sort of like a winter, a spring, a summer, a fall, maybe with the idea of having more to promote, like
Mhm.
trying to come up with more for us to promote.
Yeah.
But essentially, we will print these quarterly, the messaging on the back will change with whatever we want to promote, whether it's a BA specific event, the town, something happening downtown, every business will get these postcards inside. They can hand them out. It'll also help when people are saying like, oh, you know, where can I go for lunch? And then you can draw, you can say, well, you could go here, or you could go here, or you could go here instead of trying to point and give them directions for where to go. So that was the idea behind these postcards.
and if there ends up being a website and a directory, that would be added obviously to the backside of this. Which would make it a lot easier for businesses to say, hey, go here, but you can look up that business here. Yeah, and I didn't put any specific dates because we have to talk about the soup crawl that I asked for that to get thrown on the agenda and the Fall in Love with Downtown campaign that we ran last year, that was just assuming that we would be continuing with that. That's why this is a draft mock-up. But with no specific dates because we haven't chosen any, but also it keeps it vague and potentially we could use it for, yes, we could use it for next season if we keep it sort of the same, you know, year-round local shopping and what's going on, because there's not a lot happening in the winter and we don't really have a spring event. So I was just trying to focus on what we do have going on. Yeah. And I think that's it. I know we'll talk about website stuff after, but any thoughts or questions on the postcard? I thought Calder did a good job.
If you actually want to, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I do. I agree. So are we waiting to print those or what's the?
Well, we need approval from you. Well, we wanted to get feedback first, but I don't know if we're waiting for approval or not. I don't know.
I think we should have them printed. Like, I think we should stick with trying to have them printed seasonally. So for after Christmas. So I think we should try to print them, if not in December, in that first 2 weeks of January. So businesses have them. And I think it's okay not to have specific dates of events.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice take home. I think it's a reminder when someone gets home to follow us on social media or be reminded to come back to St. Mary's. I think it's okay as vague. We can tweak it a bit, Sarah, the more I look at it. Like visually we can work on it. But if there's anything, I'd say if people haven't looked at it or really think about it in the next little while, send any feedback so that we can get them printed and have them in shops for January.
So Alex, do you think with our next meeting being tentatively January 12th, I mean, it literally takes 48 hours to get these cards printed these days. Are you comfortable with making that execution at the next meeting, or is that something you'd want like to execute on now?
Actually, can I say something?
Of course.
Is there not any validity to having them in December? when we have more people in the stores than
Yeah.
normal, you can hand them out now to get people to come back in the winter. As opposed to when they get here in January, there's not a lot of people in the stores. who we
Yeah,
hand them
I
out
agree
to.
with you.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, my God.
Yeah,
um,
because we're not gonna be handing out merchant open house postcards anymore, so, like, I mean, as soon as the.
And the
merchant
stores
open-
will be fuller
But
than
when,
normal.
during the merchant open house weekend, because, I mean, there's no reason, I mean, it might be a little soon, I don't know, but there's a lot of people out and about, yeah.
And people from out of town too.
Yes.
That we wouldn't normally let you.
December's a good idea, Lisa.
so
Always
then if
thinking.
do we know the cost on printing these cards? Lisa, do you?
I didn't include that
270?
because,
What did we get for, save the dates? Can you remember? Did we get 2,000? It was like
I didn't include it
270.
because I knew you had the numbers, I should have asked you, but.
So then
They're
if we
dirt
can, Jenna, if we can add to this a recommendation just for the spend on, out of the marketing budget, or sorry, not out of the marketing budget, out of the.
Sarah, can we talk after about some changes?
Mhm.
Changes to,
They're just the Junction Railway Station,
Could you
number
put that in
4,
sponsorship? Because it's sort of an event.
is wrong, like that's not.
oh, on the
Junction
actual
Station.
map?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's something that we would
Representative.
have to go back to Calder with,
so if I
so,
could just flag those with
We
after,
can.
and then.
Yeah. yeah, or Jan and I, because
It's
Jan
just
and Chris involved with
so the
this.
Junction Station is actually Broken Rail. So that station that you've got at number 4 is just our St. Mary's station.
It can just
Junction-
say railway station.
Yeah, like it's railway and gallery, so
Hmm,
we just
Yeah.
call it the St. Mary's Station, cause it's via rail, but also has the station gallery.
so railway station.
Yeah, what do you think, Kelly? What would you like it to be called? Like St. Mary's Station or railway station without being specific about like
Yeah.
via or anything?
You guys think, like, if you wanna direct people up for the gallery, then you could put.
The gallery as well.
St. Mary's Station and Gallery. If there's room, but, or just St. Mary's Station. I'm flexible with what you guys decide or Calder decides from an art side of things. I just wanted to mention it, that that's not what it's called. The Junction Station is where Broken Rail sits.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So Jenna, if we can put motion, sorry,
Megan, I have something drafted that the St. Mary's Business Improvement Area Board approve blank dollars to be allocated towards the purchase of the winter themed postcards from the blank budget. Does that,
perfect. Yeah,
if you would just fill in the blanks for me, then we're good to go.
so the first blank would be $300. And the second blank would be operations.
Thank you.
Can I have a mover for the first and second blank? Thank you, Lisa. And a seconder. Thank you, Jan. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. So who will be in charge of ordering those?
I can order them.
Awesome, Al. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'll talk with Jan and Sarah. We'll make any tweaks, but if anyone sees any other, because this is happening sooner, anyone has any suggestions or any feedback after tonight, they could email us sooner rather than later.
And this is just a mock-up, just so you know. Don't worry. Also, sorry, I thought that this was being included as a voting thing. I should have noticed that when the agenda came out.
Okay. We didn't know that we were gonna vote you for total.
Oh, I thought this were.
Okay. Next item of business.
Spectacular Super Bowl.
Yeah. Review, sorry. So at this point also, there would be a recommendation that the marketing report be received. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Jan, and a seconder. Thank you, Lisa. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. So just a roundtable review of successes and opportunities for Spectacular led by Jan.
I think feedback is that it was very successful. I think that, there were more people
Oh my
than
God.
ever
Who's
before.
so
Stratford, and they were blown away in
Yeah.
Stratford.
It was, yeah, it was, I think, overwhelmingly successful. I know, like, just, you know, anecdotally, I've heard everybody like ran out of candy, had to go back and get more candy, bought more candy than they bought last year and still had to go get more candy. I mean, we had 340 pieces, we had to go buy another 140. So that's, you know, 500. I think the first year that we did this, we had maybe 200. So in 3 years.
Just multiply by 4 whatever I buy each year.
Yeah.
And that will be your
Yeah.
end result of how many you need.
End result.
Should we be looking next year at throwing some money as a BIA to people that want to participate to try and offset so we don't get anybody dropping out? Because you're now buying 500 pieces.
I mean,
Throw $50 at the people that want to participate. It's a great event.
like at every business and merchant, like give everybody $50.
It's participating in the trick or treating.
Kind of like the planter thing where you like submit your receipts and we'll give you
Yeah, that's a good, yeah. that's a good way to do it.
25% back
Yeah.
or whatever.
Can.
Yeah.
Something to offset it.
Well, if it's a lot-
It's bigger and bigger and
if it's
bigger
a lot
and
of
bigger.
merchants, that could be pretty expensive.
Yeah, but we said
Well,
that
it's
with the
$50
planters
and
too, and it cost us
merchants,
like
that's
$300.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
It comes out of reserve, but this would have to come out of something else.
No, the planters didn't.
No,
That
no,
was like a
the
beautification.
Halloween
right?
candy.
Yeah.
No,
No,
this would come out of.
it would come out of the same thing.
Or you
Yeah.
could do it that,
Sponsorship.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's probably more work, but you could also do it that you buy like 2 boxes of candy for every business or 2 boxes of candy for every business.
You know what? If we could buy it in bulk and like,
That's
Drop
what
it
I'm,
off.
yeah.
yeah, we could
Something
buy
to
like,
pin in next year to talk about.
yeah, we could buy like 3 boxes of candy for every business or merchant, and then whatever they wanna buy on top of that is up to them.
That's actually better.
Easier.
Cause then we
Yeah.
can maybe
Yeah.
get it at like a bulk discount, you know, that type of
Yeah.
thing, and just say like, okay, come get your 3 boxes of candy
So we
from.
just like buy a fraction of Nestle or whatever.
And then we have to, sorry,
What?
I was just saying, and we have to find like the spring version of this because we need our streets as busy as they are on that Saturday. Like it's incredible.
Yeah.
Which I think to me speaks to if you do something that involves kids,
Mhm.
like parents are always looking for something to do with their kids.
And it's also the people we want to get downtown, the young
Yes.
families and new people that have
Yeah.
just moved into the subdivisions on either end. If they haven't been downtown yet, they've been all through town now.
I agree.
And you want them to come back later for merchants open house, blah, blah, blah.
And I understand like not every business caters to kids and not every business wants kids in their shops for sure. But I think the success of the Where's Waldo and the success of the trick or treating shows that if you do something geared towards kids, it will bring a lot of people downtown.
Look, most of them are with their parents.
Yeah,
Who
I
do
think
spend money.
They're not.
yeah.
well, I don't find that they spend a lot. of
They don't spend money during that event.
No.
Then they discover you.
Yeah.
They've never, they didn't know anything about
Yeah.
the Spike
That's never
store and
the
now
goal.
they've
That was
discovered.
not the
Yeah,
goal,
I-
soup crawl or anything else.
No, I think the goal is to not have that be a sales event.
Yeah.
That's sort of a community building event
Yeah.
where people are walking through your doors, seeing what you have, seeing what you
Yeah.
offer, and then remembering you and coming back.
Yeah.
I think it was really smart for that new photography studio to
To
offer.
do that, yeah.
Because now everyone knows who they are. They offered a prize.
No
and they
one knew,
offered-
that no one knew who they were.
Yes, they were
beforehand. Yeah.
super brand new
Yeah.
and I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And just anecdotally, there's a guy that moved into the Opera House. He's from Alberta. He was looking in London. And he came to look at St. Mary's just casually last year, the day of the trick or treating and the pet parade.
Oh my
And
goodness.
chose St. Mary's because of that.
Wow.
This town's alive, it looks really organized, it's really super cute, and he's single, no children, in his 60s, but it's like, it just gets a great friendly vibe, small town.
Behind the curtain.
And it's like, you never know what the impact is on other
Yeah.
people coming through town, is
Yeah.
what fun little events like that do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, this is purely from the perspective of feeling like I could do one and then the other, so maybe I shouldn't be the one speaking on this, but I personally thought that you guys have nailed the times down, the 10 to noon,
Yeah,
and then
yes,
starting the
yeah.
towel starting the pet parade at noon, whereas before when they were
It was
combined,
god awful.
I thought it was just chaos, and I thought a lot of people wanted to do both, and so it got really
Yeah.
confusing, and it was almost impossible to cover both. So I just thought it felt a lot more organized this year, and I thought everyone felt like they could do one and then the other, or instead of having to choose.
Mhm.
So I don't know about the feedback. I haven't chatted with Morgan or Kelly
It was
about
fine
it.
for us. We've had no feedback about that as far as being negative or not, so I think it was fine for us.
I think last year I didn't get to watch the pep parade, but this year I could.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause you'd run out of candy by
Well,
then.
no, well, it was start.
No, it was done, it was.
I think it would be great if we could even build on it, and I don't know what that looks
Yeah.
like, but if we could even do or offer more as well to extend the day, I don't know what that looks like right now, but
Do we send the kids up to town hall for a costume contest?
yeah, I don't know.
For next year.
Or to the library.
I just wonder if there's something else, like, I know, wasn't there a business that ran a great haunted house, like, could we
Yeah,
entice
Stone
them?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
So
you
the
know,
event this year was the weekend of their Worlds tournaments.
Yeah, it is
So-
circle straight.
So they weren't able to do it, but yes, that event, they put on an amazing haunted house.
like, if we could somehow, entice them, and I think next year,
It's on
the trick or treating
Halloween,
would be on Halloween.
unless we did it a week in advance, which doesn't make sense, really.
Yeah, but it would just be great if we could even have something like that, like, just something. And I don't know if they could handle that many kids coming through, I have no idea.
Could open the doors to the bucker too.
Turn it into a haunted house.
Didn't do much. Like, a lot of parents are using this as their trick or treat for the young
Absolutely,
kids.
I hear
Because
this
both
all the
parents can
time.
go,
Yeah,
nobody has to stay at
During
home
the
and
day,
getting,
yeah.
one
It's during
parent
the
goes.
day.
You're not rushing out the door at 5
The
o'clock.
little ones couldn't handle it at night anyway.
for some rural kids, I've heard feedback from parents that this is amazing, especially like farming families and that type of thing, because this is now their Halloween.
Yeah.
They're not dragging their, under 6-year-olds out in the dark, in the bad weather. They're doing it on a, nice Saturday morning.
As a parent, I think it's a good dry run for the costume as well.
Yep, that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like I see, like Kelly's son always comes to the store with like his hockey team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like you've even got like some team building events
There were
happening.
a
Like,
couple
we
of
had
hockey teams
several-
downtown, and they were
several
awesome.
male and female hockey teams
Mhm.
coming through together, which I think is so fun. Like, what a fun team building activity that doesn't really require a lot of.
No, our kids had a lot of fun doing it, and that's the second year we've taken the team down to do it. I can tell you, I spoke with Kyle from Aventura and he thought it was wonderful. It was his first year participating and he couldn't believe how many people he had through the door, so.
Amazing.
He was really pleased. I shared with him that, one of the moms joining Kyle's team had put on our team chat about his store. And for people considering, Christmas gifts for their spouses, they needed to go down there, and then she took a picture of all the things she had purchased, so
Awesome.
it serves that.
I think so too.
So it's like not on social media, she just put it in
Yeah.
our team chat, so.
But then that'll.
But that almost means more than just seeing
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
on social
I
media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the goal, right? New people coming to new stores and seeing the things that are available downtown that you might not have known about.
Yeah, 100%.
So we need to start brainstorming a spring version.
So one idea I had is like in March probably maple syrup is on. What if we had contacted the maple syrup people and people who are doing maple syrup have each store sponsor a maple syrup producer and show their wares and maybe have a little tasting and it brings them into our store. I don't know.
Could do an Easter egg hunt like a month after that.
An Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
The downtown Easter egg hunt is brilliant.
Yeah, I was thinking all of the same ones. I was
It's
just
a
trying to
great
figure out how
idea.
to
It's
do that
brilliant,
in a business.
depending on what Easter land.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing, like you just give
Reading, but you're
yeah,
all
I
the
think you
Easter
can't
egg
really
hunt
let-
was fantastic.
So,
Yeah.
so when I used to run McCully's Hill Farm, I did an Easter, one of the maple syrup festival weekends fell on Easter, so I decided to do an Easter egg hunt. And I was expecting like 50 kids. There were like 300 kids. It was insane. It was insane. We ran out of candy in 3 minutes. Eggs or whatever. It was so insane, and it was St. Mary's. Like, I mean, we really pushed it for Stratford, like a bigger area to come, but I think any Easter egg hunt is not a bad idea.
Maybe it's something
The cats do an Easter egg hunt annually in St. Mary's. Maybe there's opportunity to.
To partner,
do an
yeah.
event together.
Yeah, like I guess I'm not thinking of a traditional Easter egg hunt, like the kind that you let the kids go wild. More strategic, like where they have to go into stores for whatever
The
reason.
scavenger hunt that was tied
Yeah.
to the store,
Scavenger
a
hunt,
riddle or
like,
whatever, and that store has,
we could still partner with
yeah, yeah.
them, but like not have
Like
it
a
be the same
downtown
thing.
scavenger hunt,
Yeah.
something hidden in every store.
Yeah.
Alex, what were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna
Alex?
say it. I wasn't gonna say anything. But yeah, I've been thinking about how to along the same lines. I've been brainstorming an Easter egg and how to collaborate, but a scavenger hunt is probably the right way, even so it's not just Easter. It can be some sort of we'll brainstorm.
And it offers a whole new costume opportunity for Brogan.
No, oh, I thought
And Kevin,
Oh,
we just need a spring scavenger hunt where they have to go find something in every business.
I think we're a raincoat of the lights.
What is the group, sorry, that does the Easter egg hunt?
Connect.
And they do it on the Sunday usually?
I don't remember what they
Okay.
do it. They used to do
It
it at
was on this-
Westover. And
It
they
was
did
on the
at
flats last year.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
a
so they
Saturday.
moved-
It was on a Saturday.
It's a popular tradition
Okay.
in town and it's usually in the morning. I think it wraps up in the afternoon, so might be some cross collaboration there.
That would be really cool, but partner with them somehow.
Yeah.
And that's gives enough time between the soup crawl and the next thing that it would give a little breather. I don't know, unless we decide to add a maple syrup thing too.
Well, that was just an idea.
Yeah.
No,
I think we should put this on the agenda in January to try and fine tune and figure it out so we have
Yeah.
time to plan and market
I
and
agree,
everything else.
I
And
definitely
get a new
agree.
postcard.
And then new postcards.
Luann and I talked
But they'll
to,
be here in December.
Yeah, do you wanna
Whatever-
take away the maple syrup idea
I'll
and
talk
see
with-
that?
and see what's possible.
Yeah, that
We
sounds
could
great.
run too as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Next item is soup crawl. Speaking of,
To Prowl, I mean, I think we definitely want to do it again this year. I think last year we did it on the last Wednesday of February. I don't know if that's.
And it was a beautiful night.
Yeah,
It was
that
the
seemed to work
only beautiful
really
night.
well. I don't know if we want to repeat that again, but I think that that's a good time to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's really important this year that we somehow figure out how to get the other merchants involved that want to be involved, because there seemed to be a lot of last minute, like, oh, I didn't know anything about
But
this.
it was
or-
very last minute that we planned it, so
Yeah,
it would
so
be different
I think
now.
in January, there could be like a call out for people
I think
to
it should
sign
be
up
before that.
before January. Who can think about?
I don't know.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
I'm looking at it
December that want to think about
Our
that.
meetings on the, well, you can start preparing
Yeah.
far in advance, like you
Yeah.
don't need to, you can start doing the, whatever you have
Yeah.
to do for that.
But I
Just-
also am the one who usually contacts people and lets them know what's going on. Can I give them a little, what's coming in December?
Well, it's gonna be something that we'll discuss on our January 12th meeting, so it'll be in the agenda and it can be,
Right.
don't forget to look out for the details of the soup crawl and.
I
have you
think
decided
no
the
one will
date?
pay, I honestly think no one will pay attention to it in December. But I think if we, once we sort of mid-January, we can put a call out, ask businesses to sign up, what type of soup do they want? We can get like really on top of it, make sure we don't have too many similar soups,
I do think we're gonna get more this year.
I
I had a
think so
bunch of
too.
comments. I don't even know why you're bothering me, so that must have been a buzz. I had 75 people and everybody ran out of soup. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't know. And all of a sudden there was an interest in it, so.
Can we tonight just knock out
A
a
date.
couple of dates?
How about the date? All we
The
need is
date
the
was
date.
good.
Love
The
that.
25th of February, I think.
Yeah, 25th. And the same time, what was the time,
I
Jan?
think we did 6 to 8.
Okay. Except our room was out of soup by 7.
7. I mean, oh no, we did 6 to 7:30. It was an
An hour and a half
half.
going to therapy twice.
I bought another crock pot this summer just to be ready. I got 2.
And so did I.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought a second one too. I was like, I need another one.
I'm not going to that.
I just needed more
So you're
soup.
gonna do the same soup?
Well,
wrap up the same
we
picture.
do two soups because we invite our staff to participate. So we always have at least two soups because we pick a cookbook and then we all make soup out of this cookbook.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So perfect. So
Sort
the
of the
20
same concept.
Yeah.
And- All right, so if people ask about it, I don't have to necessarily put the word out
Sorry,
per se, but.
Last Saturday.
The last Wednesday of February. It'd be the 25th from 6 to 7:30.
And I had some comment that somebody said, why don't we do it during the day and the weekend? No. People on Saturday, that's when you're busy, reach like, nobody wants that happening on a Saturday or during the day.
That was me.
Oh, yeah. And I said, no.
That was something you disagreed on.
That's right.
They were 2 to 1. That was
know.
more integration.
That was a better idea. It was more of a discussion.
And like, no.
Kids definitely come out to this. We had lots of kids come, but I don't view this as an event that is specifically marketed to the kids.
No,
So I think on a weeknight evening after work,
Yeah.
it's lovely for adults.
Yeah.
Yes.
If there's foursomes that showed up.
Yes,
and
yes,
it
it's
was
great.
great.
We're like couples.
But it was also, I just want to remind you that it was a beautiful evening. It was a beautiful evening and going,
But
the
we
year
could
before,
have
the year before you,
rain date, snow date, you know, well,
Yeah.
You can say that about heritage and everything else. It is what it
you
is.
can say it, but
I know, like, yes, guys, I know, I'm just
Here, when you
saying
live
that
here.
the reason why it was so busy also could have been very heavily connected to how beautiful it was out, and I just want to prepare you.
I don't know,
If it's
people like free
snowstorm,
food.
it might be a little less busy, that's all.
Free food.
Because we should be able to, we should give an idea to people how much soup they should make. Like at Soup's On, they say make 5 giant buckets or whatever. It's not like Soup's On, but you guys went through how much soup, like a
There's
couple
5 ounce cups that you put 4 ounces in times 100 servings, you need 400 ounces of soup.
But maybe more, because we'll be marketing it a lot more heavily.
It's not the worst thing if you run out of soup. Like, I would
Right.
rather run out of soup than have 4 liters left of soup.
Yeah.
No, I know that, but you still have to sometimes tell.
We could say like 50, we can talk about it in January, but I think like 50 portions is very reasonable. Of like
200 ounces.
2 to 4 ounce portions, like small portions.
Cups were like, what, 5 ounces, so if we go on 4,
we can do smaller cups.
Yeah.
but I have.
Oh, you still have some. No, 5 ounces is great.
Everybody gets a certain size ladle.
5 ounces.
So, like, yeah,
You individually might
anyway,
each one.
400 ounces of soup is.
And I was just saying, Julie, if we have more people join, people aren't gonna have 15 bowls of soup. You're gonna hit 7 or 8 that
Yeah.
night, so it might spread itself out
Yeah, it's
over the.
Like 6,
Yeah.
5 or 6 liters of soup total. That's 50 portions. Right?
Awesome. Okay,
Perfect, is that
And-
good?
sorry,
No,
we did. I mean, this is just something that I thought of last year and I put it out there and no one, it was like silence, like when I suggest a lot of things, but that's fine. So one of the things when we were talking about the postcard thing last year after the soup crawl, and I was like, why don't we put out a postcard with the winning soup on it? And everyone, because the one thing that I got so many questions about was, do you have the recipe for this? Do you have the recipe for this? Like, can we think about that? About, taking the winning recipe and offering it to the masses, or like that's what
We don't
you.
put it on our Instagram, like, don't
Maybe
forget to check out
digital?
Yeah. The winner,
Yeah.
recipe of the winning soup.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then that gets them
Yeah.
engaged with the
Yeah.
Instagram page too.
yeah.
And then
That
for
would be
my
great.
soup, I had recipes printed.
No,
for
I know
people-
you
for people
did,
to
and
Cause you're organized.
and that would have been a great thing.
I just opened 7 cans. and then-
Yeah, it might say recipe from so-and-so cookbook, but we can share it in our newsletter and on socials.
Yeah, okay, that's
Or
great.
not.
I just thought it would be
Or not.
important to include it
all right.
somewhere because it was something I had a lot of inquiries about that.
I think we could all just direct everybody to the BIA website. I'm sure most businesses would share it.
Yeah, I
Like,
think so.
if you enjoyed the soup crawl, this was the winning soup from that event.
And the winning one could be on your newsletter, your follow-up
Yeah, but
newsletter.
that's just to members
Yeah,
only.
that's just to members,
But if
yeah.
it's on the Instagram, everybody that's, and
That's
you
true.
get driving more traffic to it.
Gotcha.
Anyway, we're good for soup? So postcard map approval, we're good for that, because we already covered that on the.
Moving along.
Take that away.
Good stuff.
A little bit of information on the website.
Yeah, we just
Uh,
wanted to, Sarah and I just wanted to circle back to this because we talk about it a lot. No decision, I don't think, needs to be made today, but we wanted to or yes. But I think either the decision of we want to move forward or we want to table it. We talk about a website a lot. This, we gathered like all the information that we've talked about over the last few meetings and put it together. Sarah put it together in one place for review for the board. And I think the answer what we were really hoping to find is, should we move forward on this for now? Should we table it? Do we want to explore other options and other website creators? How are we feeling? Do we feel this is a high priority? It comes up a lot, so I think it is. But maybe it's something we have enough projects for this year in the beginning of 2026, and we want to shelf it for now.
Well, just a
Lisa.
comment. Shouldn't we have 3 quotes, like the procurement rule, we have to get 3 quotes for everything else? Shouldn't we be looking at 3 different quotes for all of this?
I will tell you
Just
what
to
will
be clear.
happen if you do that. You will pay $25,000 to $30,000 for a new website. The reason
But if it's the
I'm
rule,
offering
we need to.
an hour.
I
That's
just
the only
put it out
reason.
there because that's the rules that I've had to follow
Because
there. That's all.
I'm not a website developer, but I know how to build websites. So that's why I offered the services, even just to create a base page. Like the quote that I gave was based on the most it would cost. And that is, if I spend half the hours, it will reduce it to half the amount. And so the only reason I've offered this in the first place, because I really think we need a website and I can offer it for a
I
very
hear what you're saying,
inexpensive
and I'm
rate.
just saying that has always been the rule. We
Yeah,
have
no, I
to
get
follow
it.
them in this instance,
You-
or we don't. I
You
don't
may
know.
have to.
That's the question.
Actually, isn't one of the first things we have to do is contact the owner of the website and find out how we get it back?
What are you talking, we
It's
own the
the town.
website.
Well, right now, it's directed to another,
That's downtownstmarys.ca.
yeah, isn't that the one we want?
No, the one downtownstmarys.com goes to the town, our page on the town
But
website.
it's not, there's nothing, like it says it's not there. Like if
So
you,
there's .com and there's
yeah, if you
.ca.
do .com, it,
We own .com. It is not active, so it doesn't
so
go
it's not
anywhere right
active,
now.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
but we
not
can-
active.
I think
No,
it
it
goes
is
to the
active.
BIA.
It's supposed to go to the BIA
Yeah.
page. It is active.
No, it doesn't though. I couldn't,
Okay, we've just changed our website, so that may be
That's-
new, so
that
I
would
can
be
look
why.
at that.
okay,
But .com is owned by the town.
yeah.
.ca is not.
Cause last time I checked it, .com, that wasn't active.
Okay.
The only reason that wouldn't be active is because they have changed over their
Yeah,
website.
just
A bunch of, I've noticed a few pages that I normally would go to, I haven't been able to access either. It's not,
Are you letting me know?
I haven't.
No.
I just assumed it
I
was
let you
all in
know.
the works.
And then it
It,
worked.
it
Yeah,
does
so-
go, I just checked, it does go to the BIA webpage online. It is
Yeah,
connected.
that's right.
Yeah.
You.
The .ca, we don't own.
No,
And if you would like to ask if we can get it back, you go ahead.
well, if we have one, it doesn't matter. Would you like to have the CA?
I mean, typically you like to own both, but it's not, it's more important to have .com, I think.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I think personally, I'd like to see 3 quotes on this anyway. I don't know, I know nothing about the body of work of is it Jock? Is that it? Ryan Jocks? Yeah. I don't know anything about that gentleman or what his skills are in creating websites.
Don't mind.
No, he's not, this isn't a quote from him for creating websites.
Oh, what's his quote for?
It's for him to support, like to do tech
To
support.
host it.
Oh, to host a website.
No, it's for him to do, so basically it's for someone who isn't a web designer to build the site and then he comes in and he fixes all the little things.
I see.
It's the cheapest version of a website that could be created for the BIA, which was why I put this out there. I don't need to do this. I'm just offering it because I'm starting to lose my mind because of
What about
it.
Google?
There's no
I'm
website.
happy to gather and explore other options and have them for our January meeting. But
Yeah, I just wanted to-
we do keep talking about a website. So I think it's
No, I-
something that should happen in 2026 for sure. Even just a landing page with photos, like somewhere captivating. Sorry, I'm speaking over Ronan. Sorry, but somewhere captivating for potential visitors to look. Yeah, I'm happy to gather and do some more information, like gather 2 more quotes, and we can vote in January if we want to
That'd
move
be-
forward, if we feel good about that.
Yeah,
I have a guy that you can contact them too.
Dan's got a guy.
Send it over,
Bill
Dan,
might-
or connect.
Bill might-
We can
yeah,
connect
Bill might
together.
want-
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's recommended that the website information and quotes be received and that it be revisited in our January agenda.
Just please give me a website that I can connect things to. It will help our marketing so much. Please vote on this in January. I don't care if I do it. I truly don't. I just want someone to do it. Please.
We'll make it happen.
Beautification Christmas update, Lisa?
It's gonna be really brief because I think Jed and Thomas have died a little inside tonight.
Whole life.
Been waiting for this.
They're actually leaving after your update on the
Edge of our seats.
Finally.
And everything is this week wrapped up. So the banners are here, the holiday decor, Wendy's picking up all the soggy hay bales and pumpkins tonight. So that'll be off and she'll start putting Christmas together. Banners, that'll go up as soon as I can get my husband to do it this week. And we're retarding up the Grinch garland so it looks less pathetic and sad than it did last year. And as far as marketing, Facebook boosting has been done, independent ads going in, we're just proofing the ad space. And I think that's all we have left. And as for the string lights, we need 13 strings to cover Queen Street. We had budgeted $1,500. I've got 7 of them so far, and I think I spent 125. So there's another auction tomorrow night, Brady's on it. We might not get all of them, but the balance will come. Maximum, they're gonna be like $60 a string. So they'll be ready by the end of this week as well. Do they go up when the starbursts go up?
Yeah, we could ask. And so we usually, sorry, the chair, we usually get formal electric tables for the Starburst, because it's a bit of a task to get those up, so yeah, we could ask them to do something with those too. Yeah, sure.
Aren't they doing it on Wednesday?
Yeah, that'll be, yeah, once the remembrance stuff comes down this weekend.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the next week. Yeah, we can work together and figure something out.
Okay. Do you want to touch base? I've got 7 of them in my car right now, but I can have the balance of them here. Like, if they have to be here by Wednesday, I'll have them here by Wednesday.
Oh, we'll make a note, we'll touch base, but.
Okay, thank you.
Tomorrow, and then we'll get back to you.
Cool, thank you. Unless anybody has any questions about Merchant Open House or anything,
Well, Merchants Open has got it separate. This was just beautification. Are you good?
oh, yeah, I think that's it for that.
When did you say there's a banner going up? Is that what's happening?
3 more banners at the Buckaroo, so it encompasses the whole
Just the
front
window covers.
space. And it's still the Grinch theme, but there's the Grinch in front of our town hall, Cindy Lou Who and Max in front of the Opera House, and then carolers on the Queen Street Bridge. In a Grinch style thing.
So those banners are going on the old Buckaroo, and then
Yep.
the same trees you had out last year are going back there?
Wendy's pulled in the pots already. They're stuffing them with greenery. 2 of the trees are dead, so she's pulled those out and she's just gonna fill those pots with greenery and we'll readdress those empty pots next year.
So our town pots aren't getting anything, is that correct? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no,
Oh, okay, town pots are gone.
this is going to be the winter of all winters and there is no point in
Yeah,
spending $5 grand to.
we're gonna get nice snowfall
Awesome. We call it names, I call it horrific, but whatever.
You're good.
Good.
The Merchants Open House now, item 7.9, says Lisa, but it's also kind of Alex's brainchild from last meeting about, possibly supplementing the cost for the purchase and distribution of hot drinks or snacks during the parade.
It didn't really go anywhere.
Like, what do you mean? Didn't get traction, or we're not giving it traction, or not interested in tractioning it, or? Hmm?
Oh. Where she goes?
Hi, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't. When I was talking, I don't know if it's the time of the year or like people just busy, but when I spoke with a few businesses, it just didn't really seem to go anywhere. I'm happy to still do something, Megan. I'm planning on being open because I thought that would be fun, like be nice to be open during the parade, as I thought we were trying to do, keep downtown open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm passing him on.
Well, I think they're all, like, we're all gonna be open, it's just a matter of, like, do we wanna push? Or do we
Yeah,
wanna kind of create?
we were brainstorming either giving people downtown dollars to spend downtown, or like vouchers to go into different businesses, or businesses could redeem some of the cost if they were giving something away. We talked about doing. We just were trying to get more people to come and go to businesses right before they sit for the parade.
Yeah, yes.
Remember
Was
we
that
talked
what we
about this?
You either give people like coupons or something, and then people could come and get them reimbursed from us later. But yeah, we did talk about that.
And it just didn't, no one seemed really excited about it, so I just kind of shelved it. Sorry, to be honest.
What, the coupons back, or just serving hot chocolate and stuff during the parade?
No, I think it's a good idea.
No, was there nobody that wants to do that? The hot chocolate thing?
The cheese shop is doing something.
Anybody
Cheese shop
else?
doing something? I was gonna do something.
The cheese
But it
shop is
doesn't-
doing. They have their mobile grazing cart out front serving a hot chocolate bar, hot cider, and cheese pairings.
Yeah.
Do you know the hours that they're doing that, Sarah? Or I'll ask them.
Yeah, here it just says, Friday, November 21st, the parade night. So I assume that they'll probably get out there early and do it until the parade starts.
So does this go back to a situation, Alex, any idea, like just an idea, just because of like the fact of like ticketing and stuff? Do we just put it out to businesses that like, we will subsidize, like, again, submit your receipt, we'll subsidize 50% of your cost up to X amount of dollars?
That's a different concept, but.
They know, it's good, no, it's good.
But no, I'm just thinking about how it for other businesses, like non-food related businesses, how that works or benefits them in the right way.
Okay.
I know we kind of need to decide on it right now, so sorry. You're watching me think. Is it enough for this year just to promote businesses who are already doing something? Because maybe it's a little late, or should we give some incentive, financial incentive, to encourage people to stay open or to offer something?
I think it's a little late, my opinion, and then who's got the time to reach out to all these people and try and set it up and then follow up, and did you want to do it? I know you talked about, you were gonna get back to me, I really need to know by Friday. Like we're burning daylight on this now.
It's also next week, and I think people know what they're doing.
Or you
Like, they've
wanna know what
already-
you're doing.
Yeah, they've already
Your schedules
decided
are out
what
for
they're
staff.
doing next week.
So the other option is that we do have some St. Mary's dollars left over. Is there any interest in possibly like getting rid of the rest of those St. Mary's dollars that are bought and paid for and handing them out on the street?
I have two ideas. if it's okay, I would like to, we lost Santa Claus a couple weeks ago because he got a paying gig and he canceled on us. We've secured another Santa Claus who normally gets paid for it, but I think Mrs. Claus has sort of bullied him into doing it for free. Just through strength of will, and I thought maybe $100 of downtown bucks for both of them, because Mrs. Claus also buys the candy herself, the cookies herself, does it every single
Like an
year.
honorary thing.
Yeah,
That's a
if
good
we
idea.
could do a thank you very much for failing us and giving us a Santa Claus and doing this every year when she literally broke her
Is
wrist
that
last week.
$100 enough?
And then the
Right,
balance,
I know,
and
but-
then the balance of those BIA, like we can hand them out to people on the street.
You'll be like your own Santa Claus, Megan. You'll be like Santa
Yes.
Claus.
So, I mean, I was gonna say, like, I don't have like a specific committed float this year, so I could just walk around downtown and hand out downtown
Well, I was
dollars.
gonna say, the other thing you could do is like be at the selfie station, and if you take a selfie, then you get.
I forgot,
Ah.
I forgot to get you a
I
bill this
put
year.
that on.
Oh, what is-
Okay, let's,
Sorry.
I'm happy to meet this week, Megan, or early next week, and we can flesh it out and give people money
So
on
I-
the street.
The only motion is just to allocate the balance of our BIA dollars to the promotion and execution of the St. Mary's or of the Merchants Open House Parade Night. And then the motion's already there. It'll just be to slightly change it, Jenna. Allocate, so that the Business Improvement Area Board allocate the balance of the downtown dollars to supplement promotion of the downtown on parade night.
That wasn't awkward at all.
Okay,
And
got it.
Sarah, we'll just promote businesses that are open or just encourage people to come downtown, obviously for the parade, but before
Doing that.
before as well.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've reached out to businesses and asked them to contact me and let me know what they're doing so I can help promote it. Last year I did that specific to the Friday night, but this year I think it's even more important because it's the Santa Claus parade, but.
So based on that motion, can I have a mover?
I have one thing to add that
Yeah.
I forgot. So the Grinch being special for all the food places of
Oh,
the
yeah.
15 people that would be applicable, everybody's got an email and 2 conversations or 2 messages. 9 are participating, some will not get back to me, some have not responded. But that's the end of it. I think we gotta cut it off right now. If you're not in, you're not in. Cause you've already started the marketing for it, or is it really easy down the road to add another one?
It's fine.
Okay, then fine. So if somebody comes.
But they're not getting any more calls back.
No, they are not. Okay, cool. So if I get anybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Fifth.
Can you read the motion?
Yeah, so the motion is that the Business Improvement Area Board allocate the balance of the downtown BIA dollars to supplement the promotion of the Santa Claus parade night. Yes, awkward. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Brogan, and a seconder. Thank you, Jan. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
But that money's already been spent, it doesn't. need to
Already
be-
been spent. You're done. That no items required. We received or Sarah gratefully forwarded me the cost of the OBIAA membership renewal. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. I don't remember doing that.
We appreciate you.
Sorry, I apologize. I don't have the exact amount. That's what I'm searching for. Oh, renew your, here we go. So it's the recommendation, the OBIA membership is $265. For just our standard membership that we previously enrolled in. Sorry, $254.90 is the rate. Great. This is a very bizarre invoice stating that the membership dues for 2025, sorry, so 2026 is 33, or sorry, 0.003 cents based on the levy. So it would be the recommendation that sorry. I mean, I could just say that we renew our sponsor, or our membership to the ODA, and yeah, cost to be determined.
So we don't know what it is.
It's usually based on population and membership, so.
It's the yeah, it says the
Yeah.
levy too.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't received my renewal yet, but.
so that's the recommendation.
Yep.
So they're gonna go into the 26 budget though, not in this one, right?
Correct.
Or that part of it.
Correct. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Lisa. Seconder, thank you, Jan. We don't really get to choose. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. I'll flip back to the agenda. Upcoming meeting?
There were two things that I forgot to add to the market. I emailed you about it today, but I don't know if I'm able to add it as other business to bring it up. Do
Sure, go ahead.
you know what I'm talking about?
Don't
You don't
remember, to be
remember?
honest with you.
So there's
Do you wanna
a,
go through upcoming meetings first and then go to other business?
oh, sure.
I thought we were in other business.
Are you?
There's
are we
two
done
other
with-
businesses on.
Or,
There's two?
Mhm.
I only have one.
Yeah, 7 is
There's one
other
at the
business, and
beginning.
then 9 is also other business.
oh, there's so much other business.
So many other businesses.
I'm on upcoming meetings, so I think
Yeah.
we need confirmation on that, so. That was the one.
Looks great.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
I'll move it.
Okay, other business.
we don't, yeah, no movements required. Sorry, go ahead.
There is a grant that has, the RTO grant, RTO4 grant was just sent to me on Friday. Kelly kindly forwarded it. It is, potentially for quite a significant hunk of money, but we do have to contribute half of anything that we receive. I think, was it just sent to you and Alex and I?
Mhm.
Okay. Shoot. So you guys haven't had a chance to look at it, but the only thing I could think of quickly and off the top of my head was that it could be potentially used for something soup crawl related, but maybe now Easter egg hunts related. I don't know.
When is
Well, yeah, I
it?
think
It's due on the 15th.
So that's not, like, we'd have to
That
have a plan, right? And money.
Well, we would have to have it, like, we'd have to make a decision pretty quickly
And
on
what is an RT4 grant for? What is an RT grant? for?
RTO4, it's tourism, regional
RTO.
tourism,
Okay.
which, yeah, Jan's on the board of.
I don't think we want that for Super Bowl because we don't want.
Yeah, it's a more of a
bazillion
community
people.
event,
Yeah,
but
it doesn't want to be like trick or treating with 350.
yeah, no,
Close
no,
to.
good point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
so you don't want to think about this right now? I mean, the problem is that a lot of grants,
I don't see a fit for an event. So I don't
Yeah.
know where you saw a fit for an event.
it's not so much for an event, but something that's, for example, something social media related or
Okay.
influencer related could be specific to an event, inviting them to an event or inviting them, yeah, you're right, it doesn't have to be specific to an event.
So the grant is called a partnership program. So
Yeah.
it is what I did with the influencer that I worked with back in May with RTO4, where I applied for money. And then I worked with them on picking an influencer, so I was able to use their resources in order to interview and pick a influencer that then I worked with this company on to plan the the time that they were here, and we split the cost of the influencer 50-50, basically up to a certain amount. It wasn't big money. I think it was, I put in 2,000, they put in 2,000 or something like that. And that's how it worked. So it wasn't just like, it's more of a partnership program. So they have the influencer storytelling option again.
Yeah.
So the BIA could work with an influencer in partnership with RTO4. But it's not just you guys have a plan, and it's really just about applying to see if it works, and then you pick your influencer and your plan and stuff after that, if you get approved. They have some money and partnership opportunities for highlighting local procurement plans within a downtown, route trail development.
Which is what made me think of this.
Destination level signage is another one that they have available. And then there's, for operators, there's some accessibility consulting. So individuals can apply for various accessibility consulting, an access to outdoors program, which I have not looked at yet. And then one called strategic storytelling. So it's not really, in my mind, but if there is a hook there for asking for money, but it's more of a, once you receive funding under the program stream, then you kind of partner with them on what that looks like.
Kelly, Kelly, question, would the local procurement possibly, and we might just be too late for this right now, but be possibly for flowers? Do you see it that, or for plants? Like for
so I don't know, you'd have to look at it in the link, but for us,
yeah,
that contract is secured.
Yeah, it looks like it to me. That was the when I looked at the link, that was the first thing that jumped out at me. That and like wayfinding, which could be murals, like it could be an artist for a mural, or for doing greenhouse, a local.
It could be like the additional ones that we do in front of Bucker 2 and Selfie Station. We could maybe add another couple of places for them if we had grant money for it. And that's separate from the town's contract.
I think if you go to the RTO4 website, it's under partnership program, and all of the grants are listed there.
I'll send it out to everybody. I didn't realize that it was.
Before you send it out, so due on the 15th, right? Like Saturday?
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there anyone that wants to?
Not an onerous process.
No,
It's just a Google Doc, actually.
No, that's fine.
So is there anyone that wants to, other than Sarah, because she's already taxed for hours right now, so is there anyone on the board?
Not for November, just for.
The budget. Is there anyone that wants to take on applying for this grant, like free range?
I saw that there were a few opportunities for us to apply, like not just, I just threw that some dumb ideas, but.
I don't think they're dumb ideas.
No, they're not dumb ideas.
Well, even the look, yeah. When I look at all of them,
I don't have time to do anything like that.
Okay.
I mean, it's not hard. As long as the idea, I'm happy to do it. As long as we can agree on an idea, I'm happy to look at it and connect tomorrow.
It's your idea, then you can run like.
Yeah, like I think the local procurement for some flowers from a local grower might be an easy one that could be beneficial.
We're already doing it, so yeah.
Okay.
Run with it.
Run with it. Going.
Or walk with it.
Yeah.
Whatever you like. Okay, perfect. And Sarah, you had one other thing. You said you had 2 items there.
Yes, 2 years ago, we did a social media giveaway for the Christmas trail to help promote the Christmas trail.
Yes.
And we didn't do it last year, but I'm wondering if that might be something fun that we could do, because it's a different location for pickup and things have changed and some of the people involved, businesses that involved have changed, but.
Yeah, we lost a bunch this year too. We were at 13 and I think we're down to what, 7 now? 10. Okay, that's not bad then. That was lower than that.
So I just thought it might be a fun way to get people engaged on socials, and it would cost the amount of what it costs to get. If we do one, it's $40. If we do give away two, it's twice
$80.
that.
Okay, I was like, is there a price like 10 to
Twice.
5?
Yes. No,
So what did you give away 2 years ago?
two, like we gave away two
Ticket packages.
ticket
So
packages. thank you.
sponsorship, 2 packages?
Including HST, it's $39.55 for one
So
package.
that's do you want to do 2 again?
But if it's not, and I'm not sure where we were at with the budget, but I thought it might be a
No, that's
fun little.
That's a sponsorship. That's fine. We're good there.
It was gonna,
So one more for the fun of it, Jenna. Lastly, it would be the recommendation that the BIA allocate $80 from the sponsorship budget for the purchase of the Christmas trail promotion.
Yeah.
Is that better? That's not good. Thank you. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Jan, and a seconder. Thank you, Brogan. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
And are you wearing the same mask this year? No, I think.
That can be discussed offline. The mask does not need to be discussed. Let Jed go home. For the love of God, he doesn't care what Brogan's wearing. Item number 10 would be the recommendation that this meeting be adjourned at 7:38 PM. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Lisa, and a second. Jen, put your hand up. Jan, all in favor?